Oh. Oh. Oh, man, I've never heard of that before. So I've never heard that noise before. Two-man show.
Two-man show. Old school.
It is like old school.
Maybe I can go a little tighter.
Ooh.
Or is that good?
Tight like a tiger.
Yeah, I think this is okay.
Cinnamon mint?
No thanks.
Fresh in your breath.
I'm suffice. I've been drinking a lot of water.
Does that keep your breath fresh?
I think it keeps things moving along.
Yeah. Medical show.
Yeah. Oh, man, oh, man. Trying to see who the first comment of the night is. Oh, I got to turn the comments on. Now we're good. Stephen H. I have no idea who Stephen H. is. Hello, my two favorite people. Okay, now I know him. Is it Steph?
Stephen A? Why would he change?
Yeah, maybe it's not Steph.
Is that Stephen N?
It's Stephen H.
Oh, it is. What's our Stephen that's works for the county?
Oh!
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
We got some county stuff to talk about.
Did you raise any taxes this week? You had a big meeting.
I did have a big meeting.
Were taxes raised?
I don't have that opportunity to raise taxes.
But were taxes higher this year than last year for some people?
Yeah, everyone had the 3% increase, which it would take.
So taxes were raised?
No.
Well, if it's a 3% increase, by definition, that's a raise.
That's through the assessor's office.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's a hiking of taxes during one of the worst economic times we've experienced.
5% for businesses.
Oh, yeah. Pile some more on. I mean, hell, we love it. We love working longer hours for less pay. It's great.
Well, it's just, I think Logan County's been a little undervalued over the last couple years. That's what I've been told.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't work.
Got to have a reason.
Leslie, I'm glad you noticed. I like that background. Yeah, trying something different. We've had that background for over a year now.
I do like this background. I don't know why are the lights around the circles not balanced?
Well, I think that's part of the effect. It kind of matches the Silas glasses. The blue, the background.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
I like everything balanced, though. I don't like things.
Well, that's how.
Like that picture right there, driving me absolutely nuts.
A little crooked.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And by the way, I will take almost full credit if you watch the video
for everything
on Guthrie High School graduation on Guthrie News page, you will notice the camera, the speaker, and the goalpost perfectly lined up.
You like stuff symmetrical.
Yeah, it sticks out. I don't know if it's because of what I do with the video and how.
So have you always been that way?
I don't know.
Or did it come on as you got into production?
I think it's come on a little bit more, but I think I've always kind of been that way.
My dad built pasture fence when I was a kid, and being a straight fence, so it was always absolutely beat into my brain that things have to be straight.
Yeah. Always look, like when I'm driving and I see fences.
Yeah. You always look and see if they're straight. Right.
If they're level.
Yeah. Wasn't easy, Ben.
Cousin Nate, we have Cousin Nate for a little bit. And I don't know if we'll go the full length of the show. We got some softball tonight.
Oh, what time's the game start?
7 o'clock. 7:07.
Are we shutting her down in 30 minutes? I mean, what are we doing?
Well, I got a full list of things that we can talk about. Got a lot of.
Is that your way of telling me just to shut up and go with the program?
No. Well, yeah. Unless
No, I'm good with that.
I mean, I thought you might enjoy a little bit of a structured show.
I do like a structured show. Am I going to be surprised by anything?
No, I think you should know a little bit of everything that's going on.
All right.
So
Good to hear.
I think we should be good to go. So. All right. I don't know if the Facebook comments are working. I have not seen anybody comment on Facebook,
boy,
but I think I got the comments on there working. It says it's supposed to anyway. So
let me take a little peek.
We'll start the show here in just a few seconds with the new background.
Oh, I got this new. Okay, how do I get it to pop up to like
search?
Oh, let's see here.
Second Banana Media. It's not at the top of your phone.
Well, it's a new phone. It's a new a lot of things. Oh, there we are. Following.
Oh, you don't even follow.
No, I was following.
Oh, okay. Okay, get off of that. Hit the big bold Second Banana Media. Okay, there you go.
We got nothing.
Okay. So I think they're going to work here in a little bit. GF Guthrie. GF Guthrie is going to like this show because there's some city stuff in here, quite a few county stuff in here. So I think GF Guthrie is really going to like this show here. But he digs the background, gives us a thumbs up. Not completely sure if we're going to go with this background the remainder, but it's,
why not?
I don't. It's
I do like it.
Yeah, I think the viewers.
I think the blue was a little much. At times.
Yeah, and it's a different look, and so I would really like to have the city as the background, but we're having with the sun, the summertime, the windows aren't completely clean, so it's hard to come in there a little bit, but anyway, thank you, G.F. Guthrie. All right, let's get this show started.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast with Chris Evans and Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
Hello and welcome to the Open Mic Podcast. It is Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Phil Nichols, Silas B. Maxwell, I'm Chris Evans. Ronnie not with us tonight. He's got coaching duties here in Guthrie, and so he will be MIA tonight. And our pre-show, a lot of people were able to see a new background.
I like it.
We've had a positive feedback so far.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if this continues on. We'll continue to always try to make it better, but this is a good start. And Phil's first question was why the blue.
Well, they're not balanced.
They're not balanced, right? But the blue, if you look close to Silas's glasses, it has a little bit of blue-ish in there, so that's where that came from.
It's more of a turquoise.
Turquoise, yeah. Blue-green there. So appreciate everyone checking out. T-Fred gets the first comment of the night. Hey, Chris and Phil, nice background. Oh. So now, if someone didn't like it, they would tell us, right?
No.
Okay. No.
Well, Chapelwood.
Yeah.
Doc would.
Cousin Nate said, yeah, they would. Positive feedback.
Well, constructive. That's what they would call it. But they would say it with a tone to where it felt like an insult.
Constructive criticism?
Yes.
Yeah.
But with a tone, so it was hurtful.
Send a message.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cousin Nate says the background does look good, especially without Ronnie blocking it.
Oh, boy.
There's a direct shot there. So, GF Guthrie, oh boy, got the popcorn ready for an exciting government-heavy show. I wouldn't go government-heavy show.
Well, you said that. You said you had city,
I would say
you got county.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff.
We got state.
We can throw that in there if you want.
Well, your favorite governor signed the budget.
Well, yeah, he said he would.
Well,
in the meeting,
he's said a lot of things over the years.
Anything to report from the last county commissioners meeting? GF Guthrie, I think you already know that. I do have it on my list.
Oh, the shirt?
Yeah, we'll talk about the shirt and some other good things about that. But glad to have the rain. The Women's College World Series starts here in about 32 minutes.
Oh,
so I don't know if we'll go the full.
Texas going to sweep OU?
Well, I think OU is the underdog.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah, but they do have a little person called Patty.
Guess so.
Yeah, I mean,
Patty going for another natty.
And Patty going for another natty.
Yeah.
She is kind of an equalizer, in my opinion.
Well, and OU has been there and done that.
Yeah.
And last time they played Texas on this field, they beat them. So.
Yeah. Now, Texas is playing really good right now.
They are.
Yeah,
They
really
are.
good right now.
They really are. And Florida, I mean,
Wow.
OU's playing in their fifth Women's College World Series final. And it's
What's that home field advantage?
exactly right, Mike
Yeah.
White. But this is the best softball's ever been. But OU of all the Florida's really good, Stanford's really good, UCLA, Texas, OSU, they're all really good.
It's a little more fun when you have some parity.
Yeah, and so OU's winning at a high level against the best ever.
Best ever.
As far as the athletes are
When I
concerned.
think they've lost, coming in the World Series, they'd only lost, 6 or 7 games all year?
Yeah, well, they had won 20 straight Women's College
Right,
World Series
lost the
games.
one, yeah.
And lost one the other day to Florida. So
They're still the king until somebody beats them. So
Yeah.
it should be a good series, though.
it should be. Cousin Nate says it's going to go 3 games.
You know why he says that?
What's that?
Because I saw Cousin Nate last night. Congratulated him, because there is not a bigger OU softball fan in the world than Cousin Nate, in my opinion. And he said, be at game 1. Got to miss game 2. Hopefully there'll be a game 3.
Right, yeah.
So that's why. That's
Okay.
why. Yeah, he's pulling for
He
3
wants to
games.
be there.
He wants to be there.
So
That's right.
he's rooting for Texas to beat OU?
To win 1.
Oh.
Just win 1.
I think we're putting words in Nate's mouth. I think.
Well, I think he wants to be there.
T. Fred said also 2 SEC teams are in the finals. We're going to take credit for the Natty Big 12 or SEC. It's actually 2 Big 12 teams in the
Big
finals.
12 teams, yeah.
Yeah, that contract doesn't take over till July 1. So this would be the Big 12 being able to take credit for a
swan song,
championship.
if you will.
Yeah. So speaking of the World Series, there's been a lot of rain
There has.
It's been awesome. Last 30 days, officially over 7 inches of rain. Some a lot more in areas, but officially 7.24.
Well, some people get more than 7 inches.
I love it because remember we were during the drought and people complain about the lakes and all that stuff. So I want every drop to fall and I want every drop to go in the lakes.
One of our dear friends, we get a weekly update.
Yeah, and that's how I keep up.
Doc still isn't floating.
No, he still doesn't have his boat near the dock. So.
Doc's still not. Now the water got under the dock.
Yep.
But it hasn't raised the dock yet, so it's getting
Yeah.
closer. Yeah.
Cousin Nate said he forgot to order his SEC flags to the series. Well, it's not SEC yet. It's July
Cousin
1.
Nate.
July 1. If you've been driven in the downtown area, sidewalks. This is the most that's been shut down.
Oh, yeah, no, it's shut
parking.
down.
This is right in front of our studio.
We call this the big push.
This, yeah.
This is the big push.
We've seen it for a while, but
Yeah.
now there's a couple of intersections blocked.
You know, today at one
parking,
point today, 3 of the 4 down here were blocked.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of insanity. Now, what they're doing over here, obviously, is they're going back, ripping out that asphalt and going to pour the concrete, I would assume.
So all the people who are nervous about the bump.
The bump, that'll be gone.
That'll be gone.
Yeah, and then we'll get the bricks put in eventually. And then all the gravel and stuff, that'll be gone.
That'd be gone. Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a plan coming.
It's almost like these guys have done this before.
It's like a plan. It's all coming together.
You think they got engineers or something to help them on this stuff?
Oh yeah, and they get paid.
Do they got professional contractors doing the work, do you think?
Right, and oversight.
So they
Plenty of
might
oversight.
know what they're doing.
Yeah.
maybe.
So I think a lot of people have been getting a little bit nervous for.
I had a
Not a whole
guy
lot of
ask me today, says, Phil, you know everything about everything. And I always say, almost, every time he says it, because he always says that to me. I said, well, almost. And he says, why did they do, and he starts asking, says, you know what? And I said the gentleman's name, who I'm not going to say because I don't want to
sure.
embarrass him. I said, you know what? Those engineers just don't feel the need to consult with me with my vast experience on building and stuff on why they did something.
It's much easier to trust the process.
Well, yeah.
Now there's gonna be times that things happen.
Well, and also there's aesthetics, right? Some people just are gonna look at something and not like it, and that's okay.
Sure.
You know, but they're ADA compliant. They're brand new. Bricks going back everywhere where there was brick before.
Yep.
So, and I think the contractor's done a good job. Yeah, it's been an inconvenience. I mean, I come down here every day. Mm-hmm. And I've been battling the parking for, month and a half now?
Yeah, and it's halfway right now, according to their...
Halfway there.
Halfway, yeah.
Yeah.
But that'd be a good song.
But it would be. But it's going to be worth it when it's over.
Absolutely.
I mean, most importantly, we'll have more ADA compliant sidewalks, which makes our guests and our residents that need those accommodations. It'll make them more mobile, give them more opportunity to be a part of the community. So if we got to park a little farther away for a couple months, we're all right.
Yeah, I think the scheduled date is at the end of July, so still got some time to get it done.
I bet they get done before then.
Yeah, it feels like it
feels like they'll be done in about a month.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like to me.
So, but yeah, no, it's it'll be before you know it'll be done. Remember all the sidewalks down Division Street all the way out to Walmart.
Yeah.
It seemed like it took a while, but now you don't even remember.
Don't even notice it. You just,
Yeah. So I've been working on some shorts on YouTube
athletics?
shorts.
Oh,
YouTube
I didn't know
shorts.
if you were seamstress now.
I released the first one for Guthrie News Page, and it's just a thing I'm working on. But the first one was Guthrie was the first capital of Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most people know that.
Yeah.
1907.
Am I in any of the shorts?
Not the first cut. I made a bunch of shorts today. They'll be slowly released on Segment and Media and.
You worked a lot today. You were grinding today.
I was trying, man.
Yeah.
I've been gone. We'll talk about why I've been gone.
You ignored my phone calls twice yesterday, but it's no big deal. I'm okay now.
Oh, yesterday, sun up, sun down.
And you had to go. Excuse me. You got to go to a baseball camp with young Lance.
Yeah,
right.
And then I had a dart back, city council.
Yeah.
And Guthrie baseball last night.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you didn't have time to call anybody.
It was
not even your supposed best friend.
But the first capital, and I've already seen the comment that the capital was stolen from Guthrie. Just.
No, it's a fun little thing.
But it was not stolen.
But it's okay. It's fun to say it that way.
It just.
You always want the truth, don't you?
Yeah, I just don't like it was not stolen.
What happened, Chris?
Well, in fact, on June 11th, next Tuesday it was in 1910 is when the vote took place.
Well, it was stolen. Much like the last election, according to the people.
Yeah, I didn't think about the election was stolen in 1910.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that?
I've heard this story before, but I think it's a good story. Share it. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
No. It just came down to a vote of the people
of the great state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, there was three choices for the capital: Guthrie, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Was
the other one Shawnee?
Shawnee.
Yeah.
That's
what I thought.
I'm not going to give the answer away who won it.
Oh.
The 1910 election.
Who was second?
Guthrie.
Okay. Yeah. Was it close?
No.
What was the vote?
I would have to look it up. I can't remember.
But it wasn't close?
It wasn't close. Yeah.
So that great story about them coming in, riding in on horseback, stealing the state seal. There was a gunfight. We can't tell visitors that anymore?
No, there's an election for it.
But can we tell visitors that there's still a gunfight?
I think it probably makes for a better story.
Yeah.
I like that. That's all you're looking for?
Well, yeah. Got to entertain the visitors.
I got to. Real quick, one little criminal story.
Oh,
just
not about me, right?
No.
Okay,
no.
good.
Remember the cat situation?
Oh, yeah.
Dumping.
Yeah. Am I getting ready to get mad?
No.
Okay.
No, industrial Bacchus. Formal charges were filed.
Okay.
And each of the three suspects
have
60 plus charges, 60 counts plus.
Good.
Their bond was originally $3,500. Yeah, no longer.
What is it now?
$100,000 each.
Good. Good.
Holy smokes.
Good. I mean, listen. If all they had to do was pick up the phone and call Paws and Claws and say we can't do this, and they would have came and helped them. But instead, they decided to dump all these small kittens and pregnant cats.
I think it's for every cat, probably.
Should be
Yeah.
Good. Teach them set an example. Freaking throw the book at their butts. Maybe we'll have less people doing that crap.
Tells me there's a new judge in town.
I love it. Oh, was it the new judge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, that was quite the, and I'm sure that's what the district attorney's office requested. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I saw the filing. That's like $100,000.
I mean, think about the aftermath.
Each.
I know. Think about the aftermath.
And that's a wife, husband, and a daughter.
Yeah.
So if you were to go, if a family were to bail them out, all three of them, they have to put up $30,000. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
About $500 a cat.
Yeah. I've not. I don't know if I need to update that story or not, but I guarantee you, if I were to put that on news page,
Oh, it'd blow up.
people would say, "I've seen a lot worse crimes than for $5,000."
No doubt.
I mean, you can almost predict
No doubt. You could
response.
Yes. You could give 20 different examples of what somebody would say. And they wouldn't be wrong.
No, yeah.
I mean,
There are some things that you think, well, I thought the bond would be a little bit higher than that. And this one, I just without knowing, not being there and looking into it, I know there were 60 plus animals, but $100,000,
well, it's cruelty.
and that's most of the majority of the charges.
It's cruelty, but it's also, I think the other side people think about
And
it.
they were trapped; they couldn't get out.
I know. They were left there to die. It's a financial burden to a nonprofit that does good work. The city can't take them. That financial profit has to hold on to them until the trial. They can't foster them or adopt them, so they have the expense of taking care of them. There's the potential of public health issues. That many cats dumped.
Yep.
You don't know. I mean, there's a lot of ramifications, and I mean, it's not like they're going to go to prison for life. And the truth is, they probably won't go to jail when it comes down to it.
The suspects?
I bet they don't.
They're in jail right now.
I'm saying they won't be
They're
sentenced. Yeah.
I think the minimum is up to 1 year in
Max
jail.
is what, 5 or 3?
5-year max.
And they might do like a county stint or something. But
Yeah, and it might depends on their history too. I don't know if they have a history or not, but
yeah. I talked to somebody that told me a little bit about their history. They had a conversation, we'll call it a conversation with law enforcement the week before this.
okay.
So I think for an unrelated matter, but either way, if you have too many animals, pick up the phone and call somebody and ask for help. There's a lot of people that'll come help. Mm-hmm. I mean, there will be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just bad decision making. Crazy.
It's not, you cannot dump cats, but if you really thought for the better to at least let them be able to run.
Well, not put them in a situation where they're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that was, it's just bad.
I think that's probably why it's a little bit more harsh. Leslie, with her thoughts, I thought they set the bond high to show people this is not okay to keep dumping animals.
I think you're right. It sends a message. I love it. And I love what she says. Who was it said something about Bob Barker?
I had it on there, but I didn't say Gia Guthrie.
Gia Guthrie? Remember what Bob Barker taught us?
Spay and neuter.
Spay and neuter your pets. That's right.
Grant Oliver on summer vacation.
Oh, what does he want?
Summer vacation. I let Grant know there is an opening on the baseball staff.
There is?
At Guthrie High School, yeah.
Who's
Coach Maxwell. Easton Maxwell, Coach Maxwell.
How long was he here?
1 year.
Where'd he go?
He took another job, another coaching job. I think he got a head coaching job somewhere or somewhere.
Well, good for him.
But I let Grant know, the old ball coach.
We got a 4th seat for Second Banana Media.
We built it big enough.
Yeah, we got a chair for you, Grant. Come on down. Bring Taco Tico with you.
Phil, did you just say spay and neuter your kids?
I mean, that works. There's some kids that need to be spayed or neutered.
Well, and your animals are like your kids.
Well, yeah. They don't talk back.
Well, not after you.
They love me no matter what, right?
Right.
When they have a little boo-boo on the floor, Daddy cleans it up and tells them it's okay. We have a great relationship.
Speaking of Grant and being a baseball coach,
State champion baseball coach.
State champion baseball coach for the Duncan Demons. What have you done for me lately? The Sports Museum had a meeting and decided to join forces with the Oklahoma Historical Society or Museum, Oklahoma History Museum. I think that's what it was. And so the Sports Museum, who's been trying to raise funds for many, many years, Richard Hendricks, who found that, was one of the founders in 1993, has been looking for someone to take his spot, and just a bunch of stuff not working out. And so for the betterment of the artifacts and for the history and everything, the sports museum board members decided it would be best to let that go to other places.
Well, I think listen, I think I hate that it's closing down. I understand, or not, I shouldn't say closing down. I hate the fact that it's relocating, but I think it's the right decision.
Like the Capitol and the Jim Thorpe Museum.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City wins again.
Yeah, well, but you know what? Let's talk about Mr. Hendricks for a second. I mean, he's worked for many, many years.
Yeah.
30. What? I guess that's what 31 years.
24 plus 7, 31.
Yeah. 31 years. Congratulations to him. Job well done, sir. I think are they going to be selling the building? I would assume.
Yeah, I think once they get everything, and it sounds like it's going to take 1 to 2 years
to transition
for everything to transition over. So, but yeah, and I guess with the Oklahoma History Museum, which is one of the largest things, but they can have take these artifacts. Is that the right word? Memorabilia to different locations. Throughout the states.
And they've got some great stuff there.
Yeah,
I mean, great stuff. But it was sad news. But I understand the decision.
Yeah, I understand it too. Grant says we took our team there when they came up there. Yeah,
it's cool.
It's a great place to spend a lot of time in there. But it's not good for Guthrie, not good for downtown Guthrie. But for the memorabilia and all that, I can understand that. So
yeah,
I do want to. I didn't put this down. But I'm going to write it down right now. So I watched. We don't need to talk a whole lot about this, but Historical Preservation Committee, HPC. Do we need a? Okay, so there was a business trying to.
I just want it on the record. I attempted. Go ahead.
I watched the meeting. It was a 35-minute meeting, and I watched it today, so it's fresh in my mind. And a historic Guthrie district. It's been around for a long, long time. Someone buys a building and they want to upgrade.
You even know this is a bad decision.
No, I'm just.
Oh no, deep down inside, you know.
I'm just. I feel like I have to say.
All right, do what you think you got to do. They
deny because they don't like the metal because there wasn't metal in 19 whatever it was. In front of the storefront, and looking at the pictures, it looked great. I think it would blend in.
Wait a second, there wasn't metal?
Their biggest thing is it was metal.
What was it, like a bench or something?
Well, no, the storefront, so like surrounds the windows and a little bit on the top.
Yeah.
Anyway, they denied it, but if you do this and this, they want to spend other people's money, and it would cost them a whole lot more money. So, but nonetheless, they denied it, and I think it'll go to City Council, and the council will have the final decision on that. But so I totally understand you want to keep the historic look, and I think this would still fit in with that. But I also would like a nice building and a business to open up down there. And so, what's that? And this is why each decision is so tough. That people want to upgrade their buildings, and the reason why the metal, because it's on a corner on a west corner, so they get all the weather. So everything, the wind blows the rain in. I mean, it gets more rain than more weather.
It was more sun,
it's more
a better
wind.
Solution from a construction
Cosmetic,
and long term.
Yeah, because there's wood in there that's rotting away.
Yeah.
But you kind of go back and forth on it's. And with ones who know, it doesn't look as historic, but I think it still fits in, especially with some other places that kind of look the same way as well. So,
well, I think there's I'm trying to find something here because I looked at this the other day. I can never, okay. Because I hear that argument all the time is, well, they didn't do that then. It's not period time, right?
Right.
Well, there's a lot of things that weren't period time.
And that's what their job is to preserve.
Well, you can preserve with common sense, maybe.
Yeah. So,
but hey, that's out of my bailiwick, I guess. I don't know anything about it, but
yeah, it's just I think it would be hard to get a downtown building and operate the right way because they're old buildings. You have to do special stuff to take care of them too. So I can see the frustration with that, but. See, that was nice and gentle. I didn't go too far.
Look here.
Are people going to be able to see this?
Well, I'm trying to find something to show you, and then Go ahead. Well, I don't want to. I'm not trying to hold the segment up, but I mean that's a historic building. Do we want that?
Right there?
Well, yeah.
No, I don't think we want that. Let's see here. GF Guthrie says maybe HPC could be more proactive and have a list of pre-approved materials that are current and an efficient option.
I've been told a couple. I've been told that you can do, because I always hear about the windows, and I know windows are extremely expensive to replace in our historic buildings. Windows are expensive in a normal house, so
correct.
I mean they're crazy right now. But I guess what I don't understand is if we push so far to where we have buildings that aren't being maintenance are being taken care of, and we put requirements on people that it's cost prohibitive for them to address it. Aren't we creating a bigger problem? I mean, if people aren't putting roofs on and they're not taking care of windows and not taking care of fundamental, just basic maintenance stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a client that's in the business just in our building say, hey, give me a ballpark on what it'd take to do windows, redo this whole building in windows. What do you think he told me?
I couldn't imagine.
What do you think he told me?
For this building?
Yeah, all the windows.
There's a bunch of windows too.
Yeah.
700,000.
About $800,000.
Yeah.
$800,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not. I mean, it's a real problem. There's got to be a solution to.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're really truly interested, and there's only probably a handful of you, you can go to YouTube, City of Guthrie, look up the latest Historic Preservation Commission meeting. It's 35 minutes. It's an easy.
Who's on that committee now?
Maneka Gibbs. I think she's the chairwoman. She was not at that meeting. She was absent. Valerie Duncan. Nathan Turner with the museum.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman that I don't know, Aaron Rooney.
Okay.
And a lady that I don't know. And then the ex officio who does not vote is Councilman Adam Robb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if you want to watch that meeting, it's on the City of Guthrie's YouTube page. Grant, is the building made of glass? Sheesh. There is a lot of windows in there.
A lot of windows.
And person wanted to put that in. I thought it looked good. It kind of, Bank First has a very similar look right across the way. And for another example, and if you watch me, you'll know this, but like Goodyear Green, it's very same thing, but Goodyear Green does have wood.
They have wood.
It is wood.
Yeah.
So,
just in our office space here, Grant, we have 18 windows that are very tall.
And we can't get to the outside.
Can't get to the outside.
Can't raise the windows up.
Yeah, it's.
So. Okay, so I was at the. I guess we can. Do we want to talk about my trip to Tulsa over the week, or do we want to get into some county stuff?
Well, do you want to do the county, or do you want to do the Tulsa trip, then come back to county and mix it up?
Mix it up. Well, I spent 4 days in Tulsa.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of baseball.
You thought you were going to spend 3 days.
Thought it was going to be 3 days.
But they had to get gate on the 4th day.
Correct. Yeah.
How much did you spend to get in ball games this weekend?
Well, you pay your team fee at the beginning of the year.
How much is that?
Well, it's a lot of $100 bills.
Give me an average per kid.
Oh, I would say $2,400.
$100
for the year, for the summer.
Just play damn rec league ball. What the hell?
Oh, they're doing that too. That's $100 a year.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
Well, you got to play.
Good Lord,
play the kids, but
$2,300 to play baseball.
Well, for some, there's some that are even higher than that. Summer baseball. Some there's higher than that.
How many games how many tournaments they get for that?
I would say 7 weeks of baseball. So 30 games ish.
So that gets the kids what? What does $2,300 get them?
Now there's some that are more expensive than that.
So those coaches are making more money.
Yeah, correct.
Well, I'm going to break it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get 2 sets of jerseys, which is
and pants.
And pants.
Okay.
Some have 3 or 4 jerseys.
Well, of course.
It just depends.
Well, that's the times we live in.
Yeah. Grant says he's in the wrong business.
Well, Grant, fire it up. You got a resume.
So you get uniforms, and maybe a T-shirt. I think that's it. Well, and to play on the team. And they pay for.
So how much of that money?
They have to pay for tournaments.
So how much of that money would you guess? I'm not asking you specific.
Yeah.
Goes actually to pay for stuff, and how much do the coaches keep?
Well, you got to pay for the coach, got to pay for the tournaments, and then you get the big people got to make their money on top of that. So
what happened to people just coaching because they love to coach kids? Is that just a dying thing?
Well, I think these coaches are, because they're all young, trying to get into the coaching world. And the one that we're associated with are really two good young coaches.
Yeah, no, I've heard you speak highly of him.
Yeah, he played at Silo. He's an all-state player there. And
I don't begrudge the coaches. I'm just trying to understand how it works, because at the end of the day,
it wasn't him. It's the people who run those. It's like AAU basketball, softball. I can only imagine it's probably even a lot worse. Softball, club volleyball.
Well, how long before
it's a business?
How long before school sports are completely irrelevant?
I think we got a long time for that, but
in all sports, I think some sports it's getting here. I think high school basketball is the closest out of all of them to being irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but I think the kids and the parents of these kids, especially the ones that you would consider are the higher level kids.
Yeah.
They see school ball as an inconvenience almost.
Well, I think with summer basketball, that's the time that Bill Self can go freely in June, July before practice or for Kansas games or Kansas practice, because he's with his.
That's what they used to do for basketball camps. They used to use basketball camps.
And they still have those camps.
Right.
Yeah, but Bill Self can go to a AE and hang out for 2 or 3 days in June and July and have more time. So
big business.
It is big business. But then you have to pay to get in the gate. $10 a person. If you have a
So it's $20.
So let's say Junior has a sister. So you got mom, dad, and sister. That's $30 to get in for
sister
one.
Going to stay in the car.
So you can spend over $100 just to watch your kid play after spending the entry fee. So that's baseball, softball. It is.
You know, you hear all this stuff that costs them, because we didn't deal with that when our kids were growing up. That wasn't a real thing.
Yeah, you played your league.
Yeah, you played in your league. You played locally or whatever.
We're done.
Somehow all those kids that did that didn't play on these travel teams, they end up going to major leagues and being Hall of Famers. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, call me silly, but I think the still same kids are going to ultimately get a return out of that.
Yeah. Grant says mom is also staying home with sister.
That's right. That's right.
But we were in Tulsa. We're in Tulsa again this week. But it was a reminder of
You're
me.
in Tulsa this week?
Oh yeah.
Baseball again?
Oh yeah.
When's this one start?
Thursday.
It's 2 straight weeks. We don't get to have lunch together on Thursday?
Friday. Saturday.
This is cutting into our...
With that being said, Little Ants team, they won the championship.
Yeah, I heard that's good.
Didn't get a banner, didn't get a medal, didn't get anything.
$2,300, you don't get nothing?
Took a picture.
Are you serious?
Took a picture. I was like, can I get some gas money or something?
Are you serious? They got nothing.
Nothing. I don't know what they would get. I mean, it's the summer, but
Well, everybody I see gets a ring like they just won the World Series.
there's 25 World Series just in Oklahoma.
Just in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There's about 80 of them World Series in Florida.
Crazy.
But it was a reminder that not only are the ball fields better on the Tulsa area than they are but the schools. Of course, I went to Pryor, and they have Google.
They got Google money.
And Pryor facilities in the school. Google's the second largest data center, in the world.
I wonder how many employees work there.
I don't know.
It's a data center. I bet it's not as many as you think.
It looked like Simpson's prison camp on Cotterell.
Oh, yeah, it looks terrible. No windows.
No windows. They're just going to leave it just like that.
Mike's punishing kids.
There's no plan for the Cotterell. No, that's for the Facebook people. But they said when they were building that you'd have to, the people who would go inside, they would have to turn in their cell phones to go work.
Yeah.
And then the people that were building Google, they would have to wear a badge, and they had certain stickers that allowed them to go into a certain area. And if you didn't have the right, you couldn't go in there. And I think it's because of the data security and all that goes with that. But it was interesting. Also, when I was in Catoosa,
800 people Google employees in that area. 800.
In Pryor.
Yep.
Wow. And Pryor gets that, schools get that money.
Yeah, schools are flush with cash over Pryor.
I was in Catoosa. They have flock cameras. I felt violated.
Well, they're profiling, surveilling our free movement. I'm not driving, Chris. I'm traveling.
Traveling, yes.
There's a difference.
Yes.
I got it all here in my 3-ring binder. It says, under the color of law, Mr. Officer, you can't stop me, and I don't need a license to drive a vehicle.
Do you always like crack the window?
Oh, you crack the window, hold your phone up, and say, what am I being stopped for? Because that always ends right for the person that's holding the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good plan. I think everybody should do that.
Is it the 4th or the 14th Amendment they always
Well, they throw
out?
them all out there. Yeah, they usually work their way through all of them, but they go straight to the 4th most times on that. What is the 4th one, Chris?
I just know the 1 and 2. Those are the most.
Unreasonable search and seizures.
There you go. I knew it was 4 or 14, whatever.
That's right here in my heart.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you never know when you're going to pull it.
Yeah. Pull what?
No, another show.
What else did I do? I went to Brian White concert. I don't think you probably know who Brian White is.
I actually had heard of him when you told me you were going to that show.
Yeah.
I had heard of him. I can't picture him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to Brian White. Hour and a half. He's from Oklahoma. We've seen him a few times.
What was ticket prices, Chris?
$19.99.
That's a good sign that you're not quite as big as you ever wanted to be.
Yeah.
And that include 2 drink tickets?
No drink tickets. It was actually $20 for the ticket. Then you add on to all the fees.
Well, fees, of course.
$10.
Yeah, well, I mean.
The fees were half the ticket.
Well, fees, fees are different than raising taxes.
That's right. You raised a lot of fees.
Oh, I'm all about fees. Fees is a fair, appropriate way to take care of the citizenry of any community.
Deputy Haga, I give you about 3 seconds, then pull you out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, now listen, I get it. I get it. We have a Constitution, follow the Constitution, but I've never been pulled over once in my life that I didn't deserve to be pulled over. Not once.
Not once?
Not once. I've never been pulled over once where I didn't deserve it.
You weren't profiled?
Maybe, but you still have to be doing something wrong. They can't. I mean,
probable cause.
Yeah, I mean, so when people say, what's that phrase they use? What's your articulable suspicion that I'm committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or and I'm like, dude, shut up. Just give them your ID. You'll be gone in 5 minutes. It's over.
Yeah.
Pay your damn ticket because you were speeding and go down the road. The best reply I've heard though is there's some officer, I think he's in Arizona, and the guy goes,
"Is it the Friday day?"
Yes,
yeah,
the guy.
Yeah,
he's awesome, but he says
he knows there's a camera there too.
Oh yeah, but he's awesome.
My wife, we have that conversation, and she was. He says,
but it's funny though because
it is. He's a little bit more over the top with the camera.
Well, sure, but the best rebuttal was this. The driver says, I know you don't like hearing this because I know my rights and I know the rights and the laws.
These are funny.
And he goes, well, except for the law with you going 30 over the speed limit. You don't believe in that one.
Criminal speed.
Criminal speed. Yeah. You don't believe in that law. So funny.
Cousin Nate is quitting on us.
Why's Cousin Nate leaving?
It's game time.
Oh, game time.
Game time. We just got a few more minutes left on here.
Yeah.
And we'll be wrapping up here. So, okay. So I went to the county commissioner meeting.
Okay. See any good shirts?
Yeah, I saw a shirt. Mr. Hager was there. He manages emergencies in the Logan County area.
We may have one there before it's over.
But before I get to that,
yeah,
they had this is coming. The fiscal year for the county is July 1. That begins a new fiscal year. So they're starting to renew contracts. I think I might have told you this. The inmate medical coverage.
You did tell me how much it costs.
How much it costs? It costs Logan County Jail taxpayers
No.
$22,000 a month
For a nurse and a doctor.
for medical care.
Not for the cost of medical.
I see. I don't know exactly. It said inmate medical.
Okay, but is that the cost of the personnel?
I think it's all. I think it's all of it. I would think $22,000 a month. I wonder if that changes because sometimes Logan County might have 184 in custody.
If they have 184, it's more than 20-some thousand.
Or you might, it's normally 150, 160.
There's no way. It's got to be more than 20-some thousand a month.
That's the contract.
No, I'm just saying all medical
medicine
care.
only?
I don't know.
Personnel? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask either.
because it can be a big number or a really tiny number depending on what all's included, obviously.
Yeah.
I got a real quick deal about county government. I got a call from one of my kids yesterday. He said, I got to ask you a question. He said, I got this deal in the mail from a mortgage company, and my house payment's going up almost $600. I said, right. And he goes, well, they could just change your house payment. I said, no, they didn't change your house payment. Your insurance premium went up and your taxes went up.
Yeah.
And this is the greatest comment ever. He goes, you mean they can do that? I said, yeah, welcome to adulting. They can do that.
And they might be going up in August when the school has their election.
Well, I mean, why not? We're in one of the worst financial times in the last several years in our country. I mean, I'd go ahead and just pile on all the taxes we can.
You know, people say that in the airline, the airports are busier than ever.
Credit card debt is higher right now than it's ever been in the history of our country.
I would believe that.
Well, I mean, that's how people are still doing it. They're going in debt. It costs over $11,000 more a year right now to sustain your food, utilities, all these things than it did in 2021. $11,000 more. $11,000 more a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real.
When's it get better?
Listen.
I don't think the number one at Sonic is going down in price.
Well, that's the whole problem, though. But there is a point where there's adjustments that'll be made financially, and some of them are very bad things and begin with the word R or D. And so you've got to really be careful about work through it. Recession. Depression.
Oh.
Yeah. So things can reset.
That would affect my...
Mortgage rates are double. Car insurance has went up almost 40% across the nation. Homeowners insurance has went up almost 50% across the nation. Food costs is up 25 to 30%, depending on where you're at. When you start looking at all these line item things, something's got to give.
Yeah.
And, just something has to give.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't affect the stock market. Take care of
Chris,
that.
I hate to break this to you. You don't want to hear it?
We got to move on.
Okay. Well, we'll talk offline.
Okay, so
wait a second.
Oh.
60. The federal banking just released this. There are 63 financial institutions right now in America that's just hit this week on the verge of insolvency. 63. Crazy.
it'll all work out.
Well, yeah.
It'll all work out.
People lose their homes, their cars, livelihoods. It'd be great.
Let's see here. GF Guthrie says, does any of our county tax money go to government schools? Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. Can you translate, Phil?
I'm trying real hard, but.
Does our county tax money go to government schools? Well, county tax money is separate from schools money, and that's separate on your tax. So when you get your ad valorem taxes, you're going to have a little bit of county that goes to county government, that goes to Guthrie, that goes to EMS, but then you also have some money that goes to VOTEC, and then your school district that you go in. So and there's a few others in there, but most of it goes to government schools. Your I wouldn't say county tax money, maybe your property taxes.
That's your property tax.
Because the only really county tax there is a county sales tax.
Now the city, they got to build more schools.
Don't do that, Phil.
Is that not funny?
ODOT builds the schools.
ODOT builds the schools. That's right. I forget.
Well, it sounds like there's a team already leading in the World Series.
Is it the good people or the bad people?
Good people.
The good people? 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 2-0. Somebody hit a ding or
something sounds like it. Yeah. So, okay, I just got a few more things left on here.
You're watching softball the rest of the night, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be watching softball.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I will too, I think.
Tuesday next.
No, wait, I won't. I got rid of cable.
Oh, you don't have a stream or?
Where can I stream it from?
Oh, there's a pirate. Oh, never mind.
Oh, we'll talk offline.
So next Tuesday, June 18th, June 11th. The election is June 18th. June 11th is the Guthrie Chamber of Commerce is hosting a candidate forum. It will be at Charter Oak Elementary at 6:30, and the two court clerk candidates, Cheryl Watts-Smith and Janice DeLisi, will talk about their platform, and they might take a question or two, nothing too big.
Can they have a platform as county clerks?
Not really, just what they want to do.
They do their job.
Yeah. That's why they're just kind of have let people know who they are.
Yeah,
put a face,
more of
put
an
a face name
more
on
of an
it.
introduction.
More of an introduction.
Okay.
Yeah. Who I am, what I've done,
I
my
got it.
background,
Yeah.
which is an important part.
Very important.
Very important. The background of there. So, and then after that, we will have the three candidates for the County Commissioner District 2. Dan Ferguson, Charlie Meadows, and Floyd Kaufman.
Will there be T-shirts worn?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if T-shirts will be worn.
I'll bet you there will be.
We'll talk about that here in a second. But invite you out to Charter Oak Elementary. If you cannot make it out to Charter Oak Elementary, the forum will be streamed on Guthrie News page. I think it'll also be streamed on the Chamber's Facebook page as well. Brittany and I will be asking the questions, which leads to, if you have a question, be sure to send them to me somehow through Messenger or through news page or through email. We like to get through all the questions. We get sometimes we get a lot of questions. Sometimes we don't get any questions. But if you have a question that you would like to see in the forum, get them to me. We'll be looking to finalize those here pretty soon. But
are candidates allowed to submit questions?
This year, we are going to allow the candidates to ask each candidate their own question.
Just one direct
question
that
now,
both people answer.
Those candidates have to send those questions to us, and we got to approve them.
Censorship.
Well, just to make sure it's not. Hey, you're an idiot. What do you?
Tomato. Okay. Censorship.
We just want to make sure it's a fair question.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
We're going to allow each candidate to ask one question.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but yeah. So also at the commissioner meeting,
you want to draw a line to that last?
Forum.
Yeah, there we go.
Forum. June 11th is the forum. Don't forget to go out and vote on June 18th. I can't vote for the county commissioner race, but neither can you, but we can vote for the court clerk's race.
Well, that's no fun.
Well, Democrats can't vote in it, and independents can't vote for it, and libertarians can't vote in it either.
It's an all-Republican election.
Sometimes people are Democrats or libertarians and run on and register as Republican. We call them rhinos, so they can vote.
Yeah, we do.
They always there's folks who like to say, well, they're a rhino, which means Republican in name only. But I think there's some libertarians that are registered Republicans because they can't win as a libertarian, so they have to go as a Republican.
What's interesting?
So they're a rhino too.
What's interesting is I'm a rhino because I'm conservative fiscally, and I'm more moderate socially.
Yeah.
So I'm a rhino.
You're a rhino.
I'm a rhino. Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna give me a tattoo of a rhino.
They love to call people rhinos, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Charlie Meadows made the news page.
He's no rhino.
He's no rhino.
Charlie.
He's no liberal.
No.
There was a mailer.
Yeah.
Some dark money mailer.
Oh, dark money.
I looked up the address that was on there, and it came to a packing store.
I'll be darned.
So they can just make up an address?
Well, a packing store is like a UPS store, stuff like that.
It was not the UPS store, but very similar to does the same thing.
Yeah.
And
people use those for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Laundering money.
But so it's always interesting to think, who spent that money? It has some fake name, and you can't follow it.
I don't understand why we allow that.
I totally agree.
I don't like it. And you know, this is the funny thing. People can run ads without the candidates knowing they're running the ads. Doesn't mean the candidate had anything to do with it.
This is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Ferguson and Kaufman, the two other candidates, I had no idea.
Right.
And they were talking about when Charlie, it's in the Guthrie News page if you want to read that, but it came out as him wanting to get rid of the Open Meetings Act for county commissioners.
Did he?
Yeah, he did say it. What it is like he's in the office and he's learned. He just took it, and so he doesn't know. Monty's been there for 20 plus years. Mark Sharpton's been there for 13 plus years. And if Charlie has a question, because he's new to it.
He can't pick up the phone and call one of them? Yeah, that's stupid.
That's what he's trying to, but
people are spinning it.
you cannot, yes, but you can't, it sounds good, but you can't do that because then it opens up to a whole bunch of other stuff just because,
You couldn't open it up to just job-related questions?
Well, is that what they're going to stick to?
Well, you're going to have to prove that they did something either way.
Right. Yeah. And not. Yeah. I know. I just
in today's world, you really don't need evidence.
well, and county commissioners have gone throughout the state have had not the best.
Reputation.
So
historically,
But so they calling Charlie a liberal, and of course he's not a liberal.
Farthest thing from a liberal.
Farthest thing from a liberal.
Yeah.
But I thought there was when I first saw it, I go, oh, I think I know where this dark money came from. But I think there's another good option out there.
Oh.
Someone associated, not necessarily this group, but maybe someone associated with Oklahoma Press Association, dark money, government, open meetings.
With open meetings? That makes sense.
Could be.
The plot thickens.
I don't know. I mean, I just.
Well, let's go with that.
It's one of the. No, it's just an option. It's just an option.
Oh, okay.
Just an option.
I just want to pick one.
Yeah. But before Charlie talked about dark money and defended which all of his stuff's in the article or on the video if you want to watch it on Go Through This page. Also wore a T-shirt.
What kind of T-shirt, Chris?
Well, in April, he had brought up about Judeo-Christian.
Yep.
Which is traditional marriage, basically. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And maybe he brought up in May that they want to do a resolution in June in Logan County to proclaim it Judeo-Christian. And the county commissioners did that. They voted it was the month of June. This is Judeo-Christian.
Was it a coincidence that's also Pride Month?
It's also Pride Month.
Was that a coincidence?
I don't think that's
not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence. So it was brought up in May, brought up in June. No, it was brought up in April, brought up in May. Here we are in June, and the commissioner wore. When I walked in, I go, "Oh wow, Charlie's in a T-shirt. He's not
never wears a T-shirt.
Not the overalls, which I don't have some people just thinks it's horrible. It is what it is.
That he wears overalls?
Yeah,
I don't care about.
I know.
That.
I don't.
Go do it. Let him go do his job. Who cares?
Yeah. But he described it as a marriage family on the front right there.
Yeah.
Then he got up, turned around, and showed his shirt. It said Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Oh, wow, that's original.
So I assumed he wanted me to zoom in.
Yeah. So you didn't.
So I did.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Okay. Scared of him?
No, I zoomed in on the shirt so everyone can read it.
I know. I'll play with
What's
your thoughts on that?
Not the right spot. Not the right place.
I think
it puts people. I think it puts his fellow commissioners, his fellow county people. He can have that. I just thought it was wrong place, wrong time.
So I got criticized over the years because I've been to Pride events before. You know this.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
Yeah, I've been to Pride events. I love people. I think they're fun. I really don't care what anybody thinks about that, about me or me doing that. But I want to live in a country.
I'm kind of glad you did because it was good video.
Yeah, it was good video. Remember the Adidas shoes?
It's not the first thing I was thinking of.
Yeah, but anyway, when in Rome.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I want to live in the country where people can have different point of views, different thoughts, different beliefs, different religious beliefs.
And me not call you an idiot?
Yes. Or say that you're going straight to hell, or say that you're a horrible person, or say that call me silly. But that's the kind of world. Okay. Thank you. That's the kind of world I want to live in.
Yes.
Where we can all have our opinions, as long as you're a contributing member to society. Right? You pay your taxes, you treat people honestly, you treat people ethically. Yeah, that's all I care about. I don't need to get involved in everybody's damn business.
I try to surround surround myself around those people.
Right.
Yeah.
And for a lot of years, that's what you did.
Yeah.
Now it's everybody has
everywhere.
to fight about everything, and I just don't get it.
And just to be fair, I think if there was Facebook in 1910, it'd be
Sure.
the same thing.
No,
It's
I get that. I'm not saying
right.
That's a valid point. Yeah, absolutely. But as human beings and as adults, don't we have to have the ability to discern and say, me personally, that doesn't align with my beliefs. That doesn't mean I hate you.
Right.
That means I just don't believe what you believe.
Right.
Let's go get a soda pop. I mean, good Lord. I mean, it's crazy.
Radical left friends.
Oh yeah.
That I enjoy. If I see them, I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop and talk
Love
to them. Sometimes they scare me.
Yeah, but you love them.
Absolutely.
Hell, I scare you sometimes.
And then I have friends on the far right side.
As far right as you can get.
Far as right as you can get.
Yeah.
And I enjoy talking to them. I'll stop and talk, and they scare the heck out of me.
More than the left?
They're pretty.
They got guns.
Yeah, they like to talk about those.
Well, they like to talk about it.
They like to talk about it.
Yeah, I told a guy one day, I listened to it, and I finally said, dude, you're 60-some years old, you're 70 pounds overweight, you're not fighting anybody.
Yeah.
Just relax. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, by God, they keep pushing us. They're going to find out. Find out what? That you're out of breath in 5 seconds? Yeah. I mean, I would just chill out.
Yeah. That's
Just all this. Sorry, you opened this up. Everybody flying the American flag upside down.
Oh, yeah.
And saying we're a third world country. There's two things.
Because of the Trump.
Yeah, that's right. There's two things I got to say about that. Number one, you don't really know what it means to fly the flag upside down or where it's supposed to be used. And number two, you've never been to a damn third world country if you think this is a third world country.
Well, didn't I hear like people who have served are also putting the flag upside down?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, listen, there's idiots that are veterans too.
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, just because you serve doesn't mean, and I shouldn't say that. They have those point of views. I think they're dead wrong. I think if you go read what it really means, because something you don't like a decision. Now, you can have an opinion on whether what happened to former President Trump was fair or not. I have strong opinions about that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we have to, again, throw the baby out with the bathwater on a relationship or a friendship or whatever you want to call it because somebody disagrees with you. And that's and I hate it when I see people posting pictures about civil wars coming, this coming, that.
Yeah.
Just shut up with that crap. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So, Stephen H. People are saying to get their feelings hurt too easy these days. Yeah.
Stephen, it'd be a lot easier if people like us just didn't have feelings. That'd be a lot easier.
Why can't people just be like us?
Well, there's downsides to that. Yeah.
GF Catherine, let's focus on roads and stop signs.
Thank you.
Mike on Facebook, do liberal commissioners fix roads or sleep in county trucks?
Oh, boy. Chris?
Home run. Grant brings jolly news. Texas hits a home run.
So what's the score now? 2-1?
Well, that's half the information.
Oh, boy. So you don't have anything about the...
Was it a solo shot? Was it a grand slam?
Are we off the sleeping county trucks?
I don't know what I'm just going. I just read the comments. I just read all the comments. Well, you never slept in your truck?
Not a county truck. Not on county time.
Well, what is a county time?
Well, it'd be work hours.
If you want to, you can take it.
If you got a lunch break, you can do what you want on your lunch break.
Correct. If you wanted to, you can go on a 3-month vacation.
You can a county?
Absolutely.
And still get paid?
Elected official, yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'll be doing.
And not everybody drives county vehicles.
Oh, do all of ours drive county vehicles?
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Just because you're a county employee or city employee or a state employee doesn't mean you don't get breaks. You still get breaks. It's okay.
GF Guthrie, sleeping in county trucks?
Trucks? Do you think he said it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It did.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No,
I've not seen or heard anybody sleeping in a county truck.
Would you tell us if you had? Honestly, in your capacity at Second Banana Media.
It's not true. They were not in a county truck.
Correct. And it was over lunch hour.
It was over lunch hour. It was not in a county vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it would serve a purpose.
I took a little nap before we came on the air today.
Yeah. Yeah.
People take naps.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But elected officials.
Dr. Simpson sleeps every day from 1:30 to 4. Is that
The
not
views
true?
and opinions expressed in this
that was a
program
little
are those
joke.
of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, we made it to 7:30. An hour. An
pretty
impactful
good.
hour.
It was good. Got a lot done.
A lot done.
Yeah, I like that. We're going to go support the Sooners.
Yeah, it's the summertime, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of here.
That's
enjoy
good.
Some sun. And
Yep.
See if OU can. So you gonna win it, or is Texas gonna win it? Give me your winner first.
OU,
How many games?
3.
It's just for Cousin Nate.
It's for Cousin Nate.
Cousin
I love
Nate.
Cousin Nate. Yeah. Putting out good karma.
I think whoever wins game 1 wins it all.
I agree with that, but I do think it'll go game 3. I don't think it'll be
So who wins tonight?
I think OU wins.
OU wins tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that'll do it for the show. Appreciate everyone checking us out. An hour, but very quick.
It was good, though.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. So.
I can actually have dinner time tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate all the great comments and.
Nope.
Grant sends us out. Texas wins sadly.
Oh, okay. Grant, where do you want us to email that application for employment in Guthrie Public Schools?
Looking dead in the eye.
Grant, where do we email the application for Guthrie Public Schools?
It is the summertime.
Summertime, contract time. Let me know.
Oh, we'd have to find a football job.
I bet
too,
he
huh?
wants to go to Piedmont.
Wow.
No?
That's a little too strong.
Well, I mean, his mentor went there. No?
I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, the Piedmont or mentor?
Both.
Well, I know the mentor part's a lie,
Yeah,
but
I don't think he went to Piedmont.
oh, I thought he did.
Okay, last word goes to Strive Wellness Lounge, who says hello. Steph, you're going to have to
Hello?
watch the show. Or
Goodbye.
Maybe it was Tina.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.